September 29th. Nice looking morning. Quiet. Not a sound to be heard except a bit of traffic way off in the distance. Not exactly harvest weather. We're still drying up from that 6/10 of rain a couple days ago. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to dig a few potatoes. It's a little on the early side for me. I usually leave them in the ground as long as possible. But I've got the time now, so I'm going to dig a few anyway. Got 3 pails out yesterday. Probably do 3 more today. Possibly more. Anyway, let's have a look at the conditions here. I have to say that it's about the driest, in spite of the rain, the driest conditions I've dug potatoes in a long time. That 6/10 of rain, I guess, only went down about 6/10 of an inch. So the soil looks damp on the surface. It's a little damp underneath, but the potatoes are coming out clean. I dug a few here. Yeah, you can see some dry, powdery soil there. Even a little bit of dust. The ones I dug the other day, before the rain, were cleaner and drier. And the soil was like sand in an hourglass. Like sand through the hourglass, days of our lives. Old 1970s soap opera. Anyway, I digress on that. I'll get on with the hoeing here. Scratch out a few more, haul them into the bin, and move on to something else. Still a good sized patch to dig here. Far more than I'll ever eat, but anyway, we'll get them in the bin and proceed from there. This yellow post here was a support for one of the sprinklers I set up back in July, I guess. It was quite dry, so I ran a bit of well water on for a few days. Certainly didn't hurt the potatoes at all. They're a good size. Somebody's probably going to ask what variety these are, and I think, but don't quote me on this, I believe these are the purple Caribs. They're probably one of my favorites. This plant, this has got a little scabby on the skin there, but not real bad. There's some nice yellow ones here. I believe these are the Dutch Bentje, however you pronounce it. Kind of a yellow potato. Not entirely scab free. They tell me that the scabs are a result of too rich soil, and that's possible. This used to be a bale stack yard in its former life, and I may have dumped the odd bucket of rotting manure from the cattle shelter on here too, so it's plenty rich. Good black soil to begin with. So anyway, gotta get to work here. Too much talking, more working. This is very likely the final garden update for 2020. As you can see, we've had a pretty fair frost. The beans are died right off, as are some of the weeds. Pigweed seems to be standing up pretty well. Obviously, I missed a few beans here. I thought I picked them all. I'm guessing now they're frozen. They're yeah, probably best left in the garden. I'll pick them and throw them out for the cattle, just to get them out of here. Yeah, the weeds got a little ahead of me here this past month. It's getting hard to find the tops of the potatoes in some places, except for the hills. Okay, back to work here. And there's the dry soil I was talking about. It's real powder. Potatoes come out nice and clean. These are another variety. Red ones. Couldn't tell you what they are, but they're a really nice potato. Pretty much scab free on this plant. Nice size. I get the occasional plant with a lot of these little marbles, and a lot of them get left in the ground. But this one's pretty nice. Yeah, these weird shaped ones, I will throw it in there just for the heck of it. You're probably going to wonder why I'm not using a potato fork, the old approved method. I found with the fork I would stab so many potatoes and damage them. Not to say that I don't damage the odd one with the hoe, but definitely less than with the fork. Especially when the soil's like this, they scratch out pretty nice and easy and clean. And for something completely different, you got some of these. Well, I may be wrong, but I believe that's the Russian blue. I'm not going to break it open right here, but when you cut these open, they're kind of a bluish white inside. When you cook them, they stay quite blue. They're kind of a different looking potato. Just a little variety. All right then. There's 3 pails done today. I guess I'll call that a day. Looks like I got enough for dinner anyway. Plenty more to go. Actually, that's the best part of the garden left. I think we're safe from frost for a few more days. I've left them in the ground up to the middle of October some years, but that is pushing it a little. Anyway, I'll move on to something else now. It does not look like harvesting weather. Very damp, clouds rolling in, almost no wind, and cool.